I think I spy some pointed dripstone. I will not sing this whole episode. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Tritoncraft. It's so... Oh, I jumped a lot slower than I thought I was going to, so my yell excitedly did not match the speed of the jump here. I am back over at my main base area, guys, and as you can see, we have got some pointed dripstone in there, so I'm going to introduce you first to, and don't please the inventory right now, do not ask. I have been busy doing a lot of stuff. My pickaxe is not silk touch, hence why I use that. But we have a lot of dripstone, and my plan is there's other sections in here. I want to replace more of this ceiling and more of this floor with the dripstone block, but this stuff takes a long time to farm, I've noticed. You get like a few pieces of it, and it drips, and then it forms the stalagmites and all that kind of stuff. But it takes a hot minute to really get growing there. I kind of love the aesthetic, the kind of mixing together of the cobbled deep slate and the regular cobblestone. These tiles are just in here temporarily. These tiles are actually going to be dripstone blocks once I get enough of them. But like I said, these things are really slow to farm, but I wanted to get something kind of permanently in place. So I came down into my original tunnels, and we'll talk about, through there in just a moment. But this is like my original branch mines from years and years ago when I first started this world, like the earliest times. So I came down here and I decided to convert part of this into a dripstone cavern. So above this block layer here, I poured water source blocks. So there's water sources all above here. So we'll be able to spread these dripstone blocks all into the corners. And I want to right now it's just kind of a big box, but we're going to change the height. We're going to put, some of the dripstone in like clusters, like in the corners, and have the stalactites and stalagmites meet in the middle, and all that kind of stuff. Eventually, it's gonna look a lot different than it does now, but it's gonna be a slow process because this is a very, very slow process, unfortunately. Just kind of is what it is. As you could just see, they do drip really, really fast, but yeah, it takes a hot minute. So yeah, we are, like I said, down here in the tunnels. I have been working to expand the storage area for the base. This is where it goes up to the cactus farm. Well, we have been working to expand our storage. We needed somewhere to put all of the blocks that we have been finding for 1.17, all these deep slate blocks, all this different stuff. So I decided to expand the storage area. There was no way it was going to fit in the storage area inside of the other room there. And this is, of course, where we put all this stuff for 1.16, the Nether update, and all of our terracotta and all that stuff, obviously. So I decided to just build another storage unit right across the wall, expand it down to this entire section. And you can see I also have moved all of the wool out here. It all has its own individual storage things now because of the wool farm. I have a lot more wool to go around. So we have a lot more of that kind of spread out over here, which is, just something I wanted to take care of. And we also have glow lichen, which you can also see I did put over here in the caverns. And just kind of growing little clusters of it here and there. It doesn't grow by itself, I don't believe. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that we... Stop that. That we could, get that kind of stuff rocking and rolling as well. And yeah, you guys will have to just let me know what you think about this. I just, calcite's in there. We've got tough. We've got all the different variations of deep slate. We've got regular. We've got cobbled. We've got chiseled. We've got polished. We've got deep slate bricks. We've got deep slate tiles. Everything is loaded up here in the storage system. And then, like I said, yeah, we moved our wools out here. And I also moved the dyes out here. And then we are going to have the rest of this. We've still got mossy stuff that we have yet to find, plus dripstone. We're going to obviously make room for that somewhere in here as well. And over here is where I stuck smooth basalt. I kind of like putting basalt over here where the other basalt is. I kind of maybe am going to end up shuffling these boxes around a little bit, or maybe we'll move some of the blackstone stuff off of that wall. But I also kind of want to expand this stuff out. So we may end up doing like boxes just for the crimson stems and the warped stems, because I never made enough storage to do that, and now we kind of have that. In here, we have completed the conversion. So, and I thought, now, for whatever reason in Bedrock, you can't light up, like if you just do a sign and it's just black ink, you can't glow squid ink it. You can't put light on it, but you can if it's another color. So you can see I went around with some glow squid ink. Those things spawn everywhere, and they drop so many ink sacs when you fortune them. It's crazy. So we have gone through here. We have done all of our signage down here, and basically all of our signage all through the rest of the base has been glowed up. Except for some of it. Like a couple of signs I didn't want to do all of them. But, you know, things like this. And then you can see we also have done the glowing item frames. I honestly might just take that cobblestone glowstone block right out of there now. Ooh. Jeez. And yep, again, you can see the item frames, the glowing item frames down here. What's up, guy? He's just hanging out down here in my little enchanting setup. And we even, of course, wow, even got that stuff rocking and rolling up here with these. And this was a problem. I used dark oak signs for this before. You could never see these things. And I don't think until 1.17 they got the actual dyeing of the things to work right. So I'm kind of glad that those do now. I'm really, really glad that those do. But yeah, oh, what else was I gonna... Oh, there was something else up here I wanted to say. Was there? Oh yeah, so I've replaced all of these. All of these item frames are actually now, those are glow item frames. Wow. Same with those. Those are, of course, our compasses that point to our lodestones. This one, I think, goes to the magical village, and this one's the one right here. Yeah, I'm slowly incorporating all of the 1.17 stuff into the new base area. I love all of the blocks. I think they are absolutely amazing. So it's really, really great to be incorporating all of that stuff kind of into our storage area here. We've got all of our item frames down here, all replaced with glowing item frames. I just love the way that they pop. I love the contrast. And some of them aren't as good, like all of our sandstone, which I moved over here and is expanded. This is where the wool and dye used to be. I expanded all these out to give smooth sandstone and like stairs and slabs and all that stuff their own boxes. But these, you know, are a little bit samey. But then when it's nighttime out and they're not glowing, it's much different. It actually, like, it has that darker texture to it, and they pop really, really well. But I really love the glowing item frames. I think those look absolutely amazing. I mean, you can just kind of see how much glow squid I've been murdering. We also have, as you saw there in the other room, we'll talk more about that in a moment, tinted glass. Now, I thought, and in the last episode I talked about this, I thought you could do color variations of tinted glass. You can't. You can only do just regular, straight up old tinted glass, which I guess makes sense. But yeah, so we only needed one extra box for that. Unfortunately, that uses so much amethyst. Can we talk for a moment? By the way, how many amethyst clusters spawn in this world? Because I had to go hunting for a moss block, which we're going to talk about later in the episode. I had to go hunting for a moss block, so I had to go out to some new chunks out, you know, like where we have the new nether portal, and I put all that little village and the mine area and all that kind of stuff. And I was just flying around with night vision on looking for shipwrecks, and it took me ages to find one with a moss block in the cargo hold. We did find one, so we're going to talk about all that moss stuff a little bit later on in the video here. But I saw, if you guys ever want to find amethyst geodes, I'm not kidding. I wish I had footage in here. I wish I had recorded footage of it. I didn't. But if you're in a newly generated world, or if you're in an existing world that you went to some new chunks for 1.17, get yourself out to an open ocean. They are everywhere. And because they're surrounded by that smooth basalt and the rest of the ocean is all gravel and sand, they stick out like a sore thumb. And especially because they spawn like half submerged. So it's just like this little like black globe that spawns in the middle of the ocean. So I spent a good bit of time like just ripping the tops off of them and taking some more of the, oh, you know what I need to get? I need to get an iron door. I spent a long time getting like ripping them open, taking some calcite, taking some basalt, all those kinds of things. Also, I know I commented on this like when 1.17 first came out, but it is absolutely stupid how much iron you get now. Like, I'm really glad for it because I've always felt like iron should be a lot easier to acquire considering you need it for so many things without building a ridiculous iron farm. And I'm really, really glad that they do these little blobs now. I actually changed these over to the blobs. I actually really love those textures, and plus I like it when it looks different like that. But yeah, you get so much iron from mining now that you didn't used to before, which is absolutely insane to me. So we're going to take an iron door here. And I need a button. I think we're going to go for something that's nice and kind of contrasty. I actually just kind of thought of that too, of taking the crimson stuff and the warped stuff out of here and just doing, there we go. I just need one little crimson button. Because we need to stick a door. Actually, I need another crimson button to be able to open this from the other side, but we need to put this like, boop. Oh, no, not there. Sigh. Yeah, I do need another button as well. Yeah, we want to do bloop like so, and then we're gonna do bloop like so. So that way, because I had a creeper wander in here while I was still building this thing and came over here and blew up. Now, he didn't destroy anything, thankfully. Just a couple cobblestone blocks, like it wasn't any kind of major loss or anything. But, you know, such is life. It kind of is what it is. So I want to make sure we put an iron door here to kind of block access to this entrance of it. And I mean, if he's going to come all the way down here and then make his way in here, which we may put a fence or something like that here to kind of keep any mobs from being able to wander into this area. I may actually still do that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that necessarily right now, unless, you know, because I could just do it with the crimson. I could just do it with the crimson wood. I really could. That's actually a really, really good idea. We're doing it. Okay, so let's take a peek at this thing here as we go. And I think I want to go like, wow. Okay, then. Boop. Just like that. Just like that. Just something to keep the mobs from being able to kind of wander into the area over there. Like I said, I mean, unless they come all the way down here into the branch mines, but mobs usually aren't quite that determined. Yeah, I kind of really, really like that. And I kind of like that as just a stopgap of keeping stuff from getting in. I think that's going to work out a lot better. So I know by now you guys have noticed the absolute massive amount of axolotls that I've got loaded into the old hotbar here. And that is, of course, because I have also decided I wanted to build a little axolotl sanctuary. So let's get inside of here. So this place, I decided to come in here. So this was like just a normal flooded cave. Like I'm on an island in the middle of an ocean. That's where my, you know, initial spawn chunks were. So that's where, you know, I have set up shop for, you know, a good chunk of the, you know, my tenure here. I'm going to block this off temporarily. This is, of course, the new tinted glass because I wanted a thing. Maybe some axolotls will spawn in here naturally. Maybe they won't. I did add like a little bit of lighting as decoration, like some sea pickles. This is obviously for the wall on the other side. And, you know, there's just a little bit of light coming in from a couple of other different places. But, like, generally speaking, and you guys will see it when we go back out of the room and close it off, you can't see anything in here. So we might get some good axolotl spawning in here naturally. We may also get some glow squid spawning naturally. But if they do, the axolotls are going to murder them. But I figured we would come in here and we would put these axolotls inside of here. I've got 2 of every color that spawns naturally except for the blue. Because the blue ones, is my understanding, are really, really rare. And I don't know if they spawn naturally, or if they do, it's a very rare chance. So I didn't see any blue ones. I haven't seen a blue one yet. But, you know, obviously I'll grab one when I can. Or I can just start breeding up these guys. If you breed up the same colors, you have a chance of getting a blue one that way as well. But yeah, we're just going to go through here. And once they've been in a bucket, they won't despawn. So we're just going to start sticking these guys through here. So these guys can hang out in here. And this can be their new home in this beautiful axolotl sanctuary. And this was connected to like a lot of other caves that I decided to close off. So that, like I said, we've got 2 of every single color. And God, these things are just so adorable. I love these things so much. I can finally actually like get my stuff sorted out here in my inventory. I've had all those axolotls on the hotbar for a hot minute. What's up, guys? How are you? Hello. I know. Aren't you guys so thrilled now? Yeah, so this was like where you see the tinted glass here on the floor. Those were all magma blocks. I actually put cobblestone at the second layer in here, covered it all off, sponged all the water out of here, went through crawling on my belly, fell in the lava once. Thankfully, I have fireproofing on my armor and was able to use rockets to get out of the lava quickly enough because I couldn't get out of it. But yeah, we went in here, we replaced all the magma because I didn't want the lava below to disappear because I wanted from outside for you to be able to see that kind of faint orange glow. And then, once I put the tin and glass in place, we put all the water back in. I got some ice blocks to fill in the little gaps that I had to. Went through, ripped the room up, added some different textures and stuff like that in here. And here we are. We've got our beautiful axolotl sanctuary going on in here. And I just think this is absolutely amazing. And like I said, according to what I've heard, these little guys will not despawn now that they're in here. So now that they've been in a bucket, they should be okay. What do you guys think? You guys will have to let me know what you guys think of my little axolotl sanctuary. But I want to go outside and I want to kind of show you guys what this thing looks like from outside as well, because it's kind of, I think it looks really, really cool. I don't want any of them to find their way out though. There we go. Yeah, there's a slime chunk right near here, which I didn't know about until recently. Now these things are growing like gangbusters. Do these things grow better at subterranean levels? I wonder, because I had on top of my house that is still not finished, yeah, I mean, I've got 4 of these already, and I did not put these in here that long ago, and these things took forever to grow up at that higher elevation. Maybe they grow better in subterranean areas. But yeah, so you can see here, if we look into the axolotl sanctuary, this is kind of what I wanted, for you to just kind of be able to see these things a little bit. You'll see them swimming around in there, kind of doing their thing. And you'll see some colors in there from the different things I've got going on in there. And like I said, look at that just kind of faintness from the lava in the lava pool down there. But I really love that. I think it looks so, so cool. And of course, you've got another little viewing window over here. We can come over here. Look at that little guy coming over there. Oh, it just looks so, so cool. I'm so, so thrilled with all of this. I really, really am. I think it looks really, really cool. See if we can... Oh, there we go. Hey, guy. I think these things are just absolutely amazing. I think it's one of my favorite additions in 1.17. And like I said, I love this. And I think we should be able to get some spawning in there naturally as well. And we probably should be able to get some glow squid spawning in there naturally as well, because there's a pretty huge chunk of that room in there that has no light in it. You just have little areas up there. You can see a little bit from sea pickles, and right there, of course, in the front, we've got sea pickles because we want to be able to see them. And if I didn't have sea pickles in there, believe me, before I added those, you could not see anything in there. It was dark. It was dark, dark. You could not see anything. Yeah, I really wonder. All right, listen, Mr. Slime. Yeah, so there's a slime chunk down here, apparently, which I didn't realize until I was about to start recording. And then all I could hear was clump, clump, clump. It was that noise right there. That's the noise. Yep, couldn't. Guys, we get it. Stop it. But yeah, we also have, and I know this is going to be a project that we're going to start in the next episode. We have shulker boxes absolutely loaded to the brim with magenta glass and with magenta concrete powder. We are going to start construction on the rift over at the Magical Village. I'm super, super excited to get that started. I'm actually going to be doing that on stream tonight. So, well, by the time you have seen this video, then that will have already aired. But make sure, if you're not tuning into the streams, make sure you head over to twitch.tv/livestream for the cure. The link is down in the description. Make sure you head over there and hit the subscription button, because that's a great way to catch me over there streaming. And I absolutely love it. Yeah, I think these things must grow better in subterranean areas or something. Here's one thing I don't know. Now, I do obviously have proven this, that they definitely grow like this. But I don't know if pointed dripstone grows on blocks that aren't dripstone blocks. I haven't tested that yet, so I guess we're going to find out right now, because I'm just going to go stick some of these in here like this. I'm just kind of curious to see if those are gonna spawn, the little stalagmites as well. I'm curious. What's up, little guy? Oh. This, I honestly think, might be one of my favorite things I've ever built in here. Mandy built a huge aquarium out at the Forest Mansion, and I was thinking about taking some of these guys out there. I want to get some slabbage and kind of put it in front of this, and kind of so this doesn't just look so kind of flat and boxy. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have some elevational kind of stuff in here. When I get some more of this pointed dripstone, when I get some more dripstone blocks, we're gonna have some sections where we're gonna have just the dripstone where it's connected and whatnot. So this really looks kind of cavernous in here. I really want it to kind of look cavernous. But yeah, you guys are going to definitely have to let me know what you think of this. I am absolutely in love with it. But yeah, I didn't want to put axolotls into Mandy's aquarium because she has a ton of fish in there and they will kill all of them. So I decided to just kind of leave these things as is. I'm wondering if I should rip this this feature here out and just kind of have the glass go all the way across. You guys will have to let me know what you think of that. But we've still got one more thing that I want to check out here in 1.17, and I have not done this myself yet. But in order to do so, we're going to need to take a little voyage. So let's get some rockets here, and let's get moving. Once upon a time, when this was not even a realm yet, this was where I fought the Wither. Not intentionally. The Wither decided he wanted to, you know, I spawned him in a cave way underground, but because in Bedrock Edition, the Wither is really, really OP, he escaped very quickly into the open ocean, and it was over here by this island, and he took out a pretty decent chunk of it. Also, this witch has never despawned, and I don't know why. That witch has been there for absolutely ages. But this is where we are going to be performing our tests with our moss block. I have not used this thing yet, so I do not know exactly how it works. But I'm pretty sure all I have to do is bone meal it. And I don't know why I brought all this garbage with me. It's probably best not to ask. Because I'm going to need space to do, like, different things anyway. Nick, why are you the way that you are? Oh, my. There we go. That's a little bit better. We've got, and I don't need this spider string. Bloop. All right, so let me collect this up here. So basically, yeah, my understanding is, now it will grief the blocks around it, meaning it's going to convert, when I scoop this out of here, and I stick that moss block in there, when I bone meal it, it's going to stick. It's going to turn into moss. It's going to turn a lot of stuff in the area into moss as well. So let me take a sneak peek at this here. Bloop. Oh. But then it's also my understanding that this stuff is really, really easy to mine out of here. I think, like, I can plant this here, but I can't grow. Oh, yes, I can grow it on regular dirt. And then it turns this into dirt. Oh, that's right. So that's right. That turned that into rooted dirt. Okay. Okay. And now we can get some azalea wood. This is another thing, of course, we need to add into our storage. This is going to go over where our... I want some of these azalea leaves as well. I need to get some shears to do this, obviously. Not a, you know, not this nonsensical thing. But, I mean, how cool, like, would just these azalea leaves look if I pop these into, like, the tree that I created, the big, massive mega tree? If we had a couple spots of that are flowering, that would look so cool. This is oak wood? Why do they drop oak wood? I guess look at that. It turns into the little bushes that you can use to grow more of these trees. But I mean, obviously this is just a ton more decorative stuff that we definitely need to utilize. Yeah, you get azalea leaves and flowering azalea leaves, but just oak branches, oak logs, I guess. I don't know. Is there supposed to be an azalea wood? Maybe that's something that they want to implement, but they haven't. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But yeah, I brought the hoe because I really want to see if it's the hoe that is a little bit better for harvesting these moss blocks. From one moss block, we get like all of that stuff. That's so cool. I don't know why I thought I needed a whole stack of blocks of bone meal, but here we are. Oh, more leaves. Why? Give me the hoe. What is going on? Yeah, it's the hoe. I thought it was. I mean, they're pretty quick to mine up anyway, but this is insta-mine with this thing, so... I'm going to spend a little bit of time over here collecting a little bit of this moss stuff, and then I don't know, maybe we'll go see... We'll go see if we can't plant ourselves a nice azalea tree and see if we can't make something look kind of pretty. Well, things are certainly looking a little bit more lush down here. We've got a whole bunch of these azalea trees growing now. Over here, and man, I love that kind of brushy undergrowth sound. I really do love that. But yeah, I mean, we kind of just went ham with bone meal over here, just converting a lot of this dirt over here into these mossy variants. And, you know, you can see we've got a lot of different things. We've got a bunch of flowering azaleas and regular azaleas. We've got some flowered leaves. We've got some regular leaves. I'm going to have to harvest some more of the trees, but I'm obviously going to do that over in my tree farm because that's what that is for. But then we also have rooted dirt. Now, rooted dirt is... Oh, there. No, we don't need to look at me. Rooted dirt. So basically what we do with this is we'll put this like so. And give me these. Bloop. And then we can use these to grow hanging roots, which are just kind of cool to decorate with and stuff. Do these just drop themselves if I just hit it? No, I got to do silk touch to get it to drop itself. I don't want to use the hoe. Well, I guess as long as I don't right click the hoe on the rooted dirt, it's okay. There we go. I need the rooted dirt back. I don't think I can make rooted dirt. I think you have to collect it this way. I don't think there's another way to get it besides this. And the lush caves don't exist in Minecraft yet. They didn't do those. They're going to not be until 1.18. So this is kind of the only way to get rooted dirt, is to grow azalea trees and then to harvest the single block that appears below them. And then you can, of course, yeah, like I said, use this to grow hanging roots, which, of course, we're going to use this to decorate our little dripstone cave that we made to generate dripstone. But I really love this. I think this is super, super cool. You can also get, if you use a hoe like this, like you would normally do for tilled dirt, you can also use that on rooted dirt as well, and then you'll end up with more roots that way. But then I would lose the rooted dirt, and you know what's the point of that? So yeah, this is kind of tough to acquire, unfortunately. Not the easiest thing in the world to acquire, but I mean, you know, such is life. It kind of is what it is. But I love you, beautiful faces. I do believe we are going to end things there. I do really, really appreciate you guys hanging out and being part of the community, being part of the channel, and hanging out. That means so much to me. So we've still got a little bit more stuff to explore in 1.17, but unfortunately, we are going to have to find it in a mine shaft because, again, the lush caves, it's the same thing with the moss block. Like, the moss will generate naturally in the lush caves. You'll be able to get lots of rooted dirt in the root structures of these azalea trees in 1.17. It'll be a lot different once the second half of Caves and Cliffs comes out and you can actually have those, the drip caverns. And I'm also talking, of course, about glowberries. But you can't find glowberries naturally in the world in 1.17. You have to find them in mine shafts. So I'm going to have to go somewhere far out and go caving and then hope I stumble upon a mine shaft and then hope that the chest in that mine shaft has glowberries in it. Well, I mean, I really want to check out all the rest of this 1.17 stuff. Look at how beautiful these azalea trees look, these azalea bushes, these azalea flowers. Like, these things just look absolutely gorgeous. I love these things so much. So I can't wait to use these and do a lot more decorating. That's one of the things I love most about 1.17. Even though we didn't quite get all of the update that we were supposed to, we got a lot of really, really beautiful and decorative stuff. So I'm super excited to use a lot of this stuff to decorate in different places, which I'm sure we'll do more of in the upcoming episodes. But as I said, next time, we are going to start construction of the rift, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be using a lot of that magenta glass and concrete that we talked about. I don't know if I ever showed anybody this or if this has ever appeared on camera or not. I don't think it has. This is the tree farm. Every single type of tree in the game is grown here. Haven't used it in quite a long time, but early game it was like, well, I gotta find some place to grow all this stuff. We've got our villager stuff over here. The pit that I dug this pit literally over 2 years ago with intentions of building a huge tower in it. I have yet to do so. I wanted to build an iron farm out here, but then I changed my mind. I think I'm actually going to turn this red tower into the iron farm. I will build that iron farm. I will build that tower before the end of this series of Tritoncraft. I promise you that. I absolutely will. And this, of course, is the shell of our volcano, which will exist one day as well. I would love to get this thing up and running. I kind of noticed something here because this is where I was sleeping, and it looks like the sun's about to go down as well. But I noticed something just really amazing. Just how great, with this render distance, with this rig, like how great does this rig do? Okay, my dock doesn't render in quite from way down here, but just, I mean, I think this looks absolutely spectacular. I love my little base down there. And then, of course, we've got our little ocean monument down there. One of the things I'm going to have to also start doing, unless I can fix my raid farm, because 1.16 broke the raid farm. If I can fix the raid farm, then I need to start reclaiming, if I can't, I should say, I need to start reclaiming some of the emeralds that I used in so many of these beacons. There are emerald beacons everywhere in the world, but now it's so much easier to acquire iron that I'm going to have to start reclaiming some emeralds, because I still need a lot of emeralds to do trading, and I mean, I've still got a lot. Like, I did a lot of raiding and stuff and acquired a lot of emeralds. But not quite enough in my estimation. But there it is. I mean, just to look down on what we've built so far, like, I mean, it's not much. You know, I know it doesn't hold a candle to a Hermitcraft or any kind of series like that, where obviously they've got the, you know, it's their full-time jobs, or they've got, you know, the ability to dedicate the time to do it. They've got multiple people working on projects, contributing to things. This was all me. This whole thing down here, this was all me. I mean, there's a village just over in this direction over here somewhere, right behind the farm over here. You know, Mandy and Tommy made that, and of course Tommy's castle's out there in the distance. We can't see it from here. But yeah, this was all me. This island right here, all these farms, all this different stuff, this was all me. And I'm super proud of it. I'm super proud of it. I have developed so much as a builder in Minecraft over the last 2+ years now. And I really look forward to what else I have to offer and what else I'm going to be able to do in Minecraft as I kind of go on. But that is going to do it, like I said, for another episode of Tritoncraft. Please make sure, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you hit that like button on the video if you liked it, and make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell so you're notified whenever I release new content. I love you, beautiful faces, and I will see you all in the next episode of Tritoncraft. Bye!